comments. Thank you. All right. Good morning, traders. Today is May 3rd, 2024. Thank you for being here. I'm honored to have your attention. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. All right. So my SPY pivot this morning, 504.26. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five still in downtrends. FNGU made an inside day, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. IWM and Diamond Dow made higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bullish traps and over 17 EMAs. SPY made a lower high and a lower low, closing over a bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. SPY ends the day with a 2-hour uptrend and a slightly 10-minute uptrend. I think we got a 10-minute uptrend going on in the pre-market right now. QQQ made an outside day. That would be a higher high, a lower low, closing the day over the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. Gold and silver, both in uptrends, both made lower highs and lower lows. Gold closed under the bearish trap and under the 17 EMA, while silver closed inside a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. USO still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. UNG still in a downtrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish cross and over the descending 17 EMA. So UNG trying to fight off that downtrend. US dollar index still in an uptrend, closed the day around the 105.40 area, headed back towards the daily flat 200 SMA. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. All right, so here's the price action for SPY. Lower high, lower low. Closing the day over the bullish cross and over, see the dots, the 17 EMA there. So trying to make a move higher. All right. For the 2-hour chart, you can see the 3, the price, the 3 all over the 8, and the 8 is rising up over the 17. Okay. So we have a 2-hour uptrend. On the 10-minute chart, we got kind of like just a consolidating flat 200, 10-minute trend right now. It's just consolidating, so we're looking for a breakout when the market opens here. So when we left off yesterday, ever so slightly, we brought the 3 EMA up over the 8 EMA. So not a strong 10-minute uptrend, but we did leave a 10-minute bounce right there. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. All right, back to the daily chart. Pick up some QQQ. Take a look at that. All right, QQQ. You can see right here, outside day, closing over the bullish cross. That's the 3 crossing up on over the 8 EMA. All right, closing over the bullish cross and over the descending 17 EMA right there. So QQQ putting in like a slightly higher low and a higher high and then another higher low. We could probably classify this as an uptrend since we broke this downtrend and made a lower low. Now we're making higher highs. So QQQ, we'll call it an uptrend. So I'll have to change all of the Fab Five are in downtrend. So QQQ in an uptrend here. Let's take a look. Let's go back and revisit SPY. SPY did the same thing, so I guess SPY's in an uptrend as well. All right, now we're putting in that second higher low. Diamond Dow doing the same thing. Really kind of a bear flag. Geez, this is tough to call this. Right now, Diamond Dow, yesterday's price action, higher high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. So is Diamond Dow in an uptrend? Made a higher low. And Made a higher high? No. Yes. Here's the high. There's a higher high. So Diamond Dow in an uptrend as well. Take a look at IWM. IWM, yesterday's price action got a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. So higher low, higher high. IWM in an uptrend as well. So looks like they're all in uptrends, making these higher lows and higher highs. Not strong uptrends, just kind of bear flag uptrends. So there's IWM. So which one did we leave out? We did Diamond Dow. Last one, FNGU. Higher low and higher high. So all in uptrends, but really just bear flags, but to me. But we'll see what happens, okay? Yesterday's price action for FNGU. All right, what do we got here? The low, 285.60. The low, 284.91. So higher low, inside day for FNGU. Lower high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. All right, so FNGU also in an uptrend with a higher low and a higher high. So there's FNGU on the daily chart. So all of the Fab 5, going to have to rewrite that one. All of the Fab 5 in uptrends, making higher highs and higher lows on their daily charts. All right, so take a look at that later on. FNGU. Let's go take a look at our technicals. So for technicals for yesterday, we bounced up, made a higher low, made a higher high, and just rallied all day yesterday on T21.22. T21.23 on the 15 minute. Let's see what the price action is right. This kind of moves over here. A little confusing there. Okay, so we come down, gap down, and then just rallied up all day long. So the first half is, even though we moved in an upward motion most of the day, because of the gap down, these trend indicator dots, or these 17 EMA dots, are red, but you can see we came down, did a three candle drop, and then we just rallied up all day long. There's T21.23. On the 3-bar chart, we melted through this 200 SMA, that rising 200 SMA, only to hold on to this bear flag, which only looks like it's headed back down towards this area down here, looking like it's got another leg down to this support. That'd be 630, 462. So we'll see what happens with that. Just nothing bullish to report on the 3-bar chart on T21.23. On the 15 minute, you can see we gapped down. We moved down, 3-bar drop, and then we just kind of melted up all day long on that FNGU indicator. All right, for price action, we had the 3-bar drop, and then we melted up all day long after the 3-bar drop. There's FNGO on the 15 minute. So you can see it started out little green, red, green, red, green, red, and then green for the rest of the day. So there's FNGU. All right, let's head back. Take a look at our energy sector. That would be USO. All right, USO yesterday put in a lower high, lower low, closing underneath a bearish trap and underneath a falling 17 EMA. That's like a cross down there, kind of the end of the move. That looks like an end of the move candle to me. So we'll see what happens today, but that does look like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candle drop. Looking for a 3 candle pullback back up to this 8 EMA on USO. Let's take a look at UNG. USO still in a downtrend. Lower high, lower low. Okay, UNG also still in a downtrend, has not broken these highs over here. Okay, so UNG, yesterday's price action, got a higher low, higher high closing over the bullish cross. That's the 3 crossing over the 8 on the daily chart. And over, see the dots? And over the 17 EMA, challenging this downtrend line right here. So it looks like today UNG may be in an uptrend taking out this high. We'll see. There's UNG because we're already up over there. But as of yesterday, we're still in a downtrend with a higher low and a higher high right there. UNG, yeah. So there's UNG. Let's take a look at precious metals, SLV. Okay, SLV yesterday's price action is right here, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bearish trap under the 17 EMA. Silver's still in an uptrend, but I got to say, we put in a bear flag here, you fill it in, and then we drop lower. It's really hard to call this an uptrend when you step down like this. You do one step and then a second step. Haven't broken this low. You got the 3 underneath the 8. The 8's now underneath the 17. Price is underneath all 3. Kind of looking more like a downtrend to me. But when we rallied up here, this was the last pivot. So it's still higher than that pivot. So I guess it's an uptrend. Really, to me, it's in a downtrend. All right, so that's silver. Gold's doing the same thing. Gold, see, bear flag down, and then another bear flag down, consolidating underneath. There's no pivot highs and pivot lows, so we're in a downtrend on gold and silver as well. I'm going to rewrite my script this morning. Got it all wrong. All right, so here we are with gold. Yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. So there's GLD. Let's take a look at a few sectors. SMH. All right, SMH putting in, still in a downtrend. All right, still in a downtrend for SMH on the daily chart. We have a low, we made a lower low. We just now made a higher low, but no higher high yet. Higher low doesn't qualify as an uptrend. It's when they make the higher high. So there's SMH on the daily chart for the price action. What do we got here? Inside day, higher low, lower high, closing over the bullish cross, but underneath the 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend, SMH. All right, IYT, that's the transports. I think we got a bad tick there because that does not look right. If we go back and we look, yeah, see, that's a bad tick. So that green candle is only right here. So what do we got? Higher low, higher high, closing inside the bearish trap and underneath the 17 EMA. So transports making lower highs and lower lows, still in a downtrend for transports. XLF in a downtrend, breaking this low right here, making a lower low, breaking this low and this low. So it's in a downtrend. Just now made a lower high, and it looks like they're going to make a higher low right here. So we could have an uptrend soon as they make this higher high. There's XLF. For price action for yesterday, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the 17 EMA. That's financials, all right? Still in a downtrend. Okay, XLK doing the same thing, still in a downtrend, made a lower high. All right, didn't make a lower low yet. Well, we made a lower low here as compared to this one. But XLK needs to make a higher high in order to get juiced up into the uptrend. Other than that, still in a downtrend. Technology sector, still haven't made that higher high. So price action for yesterday looks like an outside day. Let's take a look. Low 194.22, low 194.26. looking more like a higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. That's technology. All right, we got one left. Trying to think of which one it is. We'll just review IWM. IWM put in yesterday's candle. That's the low. That's the high, 240. It's the high, 232. Put in a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish cross. Over the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. That's that's small caps and mid caps. So we did financials, we did the SMH, we did the XLK, and we're missing one. I know we're missing one. Which one is it? So we get financials, we did the transports, and we did the SMH. So I guess we got them all. All right. So did I do the transports? IYT. Yeah, IYT. Remember, this is the one with the bad tick. So I know I did that one. And XLF. We did this one. I know we did that one. So let's go back. Let's go visit the economic calendar. All right. So we'll go over here, see what the news is for today. Employment situation comes out at 8:30. PMI composite comes out at 9:45. ISM services index at 10. A couple of Fed speakers in the morning here. None of them are Mr. Powell, so should be a light economic day. Probably more continuation of what we have now, of the same price action we had yesterday. That's what it's looking like. Earnings calendar. For today, we got Berkshire. As soon as they find their P&Ls and report, they've got over $1 2/3 trillion dollars for between Berkshire A and B, and they're supposed to report sometime today. I think it will be during the market hours. We'll see what happens. They obviously didn't put sunshine. They didn't put moonlight, so that tells me they're going to report during the market hours. More than likely. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's Berkshire. Other than that, what do we got? Just some familiar names, but nothing really notable. Cheniere, Hershey, what else? This is another one. Brookfield. And that's it right there. All right. So we'll look at earnings for Monday. Monday, going to be a light day. Veritex Pharmaceuticals, $103 billion. Light day on Monday. On Tuesday, Disney's going to report $206 billion. And BP Oil, $108 billion. They're going to report in Tuesday morning. Wednesday, we got Toyota Motors. They're going to report. Not sure. They don't know. They haven't got a time scheduled. $318 billion. They're going to report on Wednesday. For Max Payne for today is 505, which is pretty much, we're pretty close to that now. As far as the dollar index goes, you can see we had to move down. This blue line is the flat 200 SMA, so we are headed back toward this blue line with a weakening dollar, which should elevate the markets as the dollar gets weaker. Our goods and services become more competitive on the global stage in the global economies, especially in the foreign nations, which helps boost GDP. All right, so yesterday we closed with a lower high and a lower low, closing around the 105.40 area. So that's it, traders. I'll take questions in the room. All right, and if not, I'm going to go ahead and render my video. And I will come back on at about 9:15 and we'll open up the market, see what kind of trend we got going on. Right now, in the SPY, we have a 2-hour uptrend. So we're looking for a 10-minute uptrend where green erases red. That's our entry.